Hello, everyone. I'm Sheriff Wayne Ivory, the Brevard County Sheriff's Office, and I'm standing here with our EOC Director, John Scott, and also Matt Wallace, our Public Safety Director. And we want to give everybody an update. As you can tell from the rain that we've already started to get here in Brevard County, we are getting it early. We're going to see a significant amount more. First thing we want to do is give everybody the latest update on the storm. So, John, we know this is happening. It's hitting the West Coast. Our partners over there are feeling the effects. What are we going to see in the next 24 hours?
Thank you, Sheriff. And again, good afternoon, everyone. Yes. So what we're looking at next 24 hours, 36 is really just consistent rain, right? Really moving from the phase where we're preparing for the storm to now the storm is here, and we got to sort of just ride it out. And I know we'll talk some more about that. I know some folks also probably have some questions. We went under a hurricane warning at the 11 o'clock update, just for some clarity on that. All that really happened was our chance for hurricane gust winds up a couple of miles per hour. So we went from strong tropical storm force winds to maybe low hurricane force winds. So it's only a couple of miles an hour, but from a threshold and a warning standpoint for the Weather Service, they had to issue that warning. The bottom line in that is no real changes to our impacts. Yes, winds are a concern, but really this is a rain event. This is a big rain event. You heard the sheriff talk about it, and that's really what we're going to be looking at. We're talking 10 inches, probably countywide, places that get sort of those heavy repeating bands, maybe 12 plus. So it's going to very much be a rain event. We'll keep our eyes out for tornadoes, keep an eye on winds, but it's rain, and it's rain for a couple of days.
So with that, knowing the effects that the flooding can have, I think this will be kind of consistent with what we saw in Fay. Hopefully not as much water, but
hopefully not as much water. But yes, sir.
So those of you in Brevard County that experienced Tropical Storm Fay, you know what that brought to us and the areas that we had problems with. Our team from the county manager's office, everybody has tried to address those drainage problems, everything else. So hopefully, to use the term, we weather this storm a little bit better will be the outcome of it. But as we look at this, we're already seeing some areas that are pretty close on the threshold of the lakes, the ponds overflowing and stuff. So just be mindful. If flooding can be just as dangerous as all the rest of the components of the storm. So if we have an area, please call 911. Get us out there as quick as we can. We'll respond for as long as the conditions allow us to. I want to cover some things that we often talk about in these storms. And the first one is mandatory evacuation. There is no mandatory evacuation in Brevard County. We are not implementing a mandatory evacuation, not anywhere, not the Barrier Island, nowhere else. So there's no mandatory evacuations. And that also means no bridge closures. There will be a brief pause after the storm has passed for us just to check the structural components of the bridge, but more than likely you won't even know that's happened. We're going to try and keep those bridges open so people can come to and from, check on their places. Again, no curfew. This is Brevard County. Our citizens partner with us every day. They always do what we ask them in these critical times. So there's no need for a curfew here. We know that if we ask our citizens to get to a spot and stay there, they're going to do that. They know that we're looking out for them, and they look out for us each and every day. So what we would advise everybody at this point is stay where you are. The storm is starting to come on shore on the West Coast. We're going to continue to see the situation and conditions deteriorate here. Yes. For us. So stay where you're at. If you have a problem, we'll come to you. Remember, 911 is how we want you to contact us, whether that's for a law enforcement call or for a fire rescue call. Facebook, social media is not an immediate response scenario. So you can ask us questions on our Facebook pages, and we'll try and respond to those. But it's not for quick response. It's not designed to get everybody out there. The other things, I know we've got county government is shut down at this point. Matt, anything that our citizens can look for as far as when this might start opening back up?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Sheriff. And again, thank you for tuning in with us this afternoon. Information is key to get to you guys so y'all can make informed decisions for you and your families. The big thing the sheriff says is be safe. From a county government organization point of view, county government services will stop at 2 p.m. I'm sorry, my military stop at 2 p.m. today, and we're going to be closed tomorrow as well, Thursday. We're going to be evaluating the weather conditions throughout the day tomorrow to determine if there is a good time for us to open back up on Friday. But we have not made that determination yet. There is no, we will open at 8 o'clock, none of that yet. We're going to determine that probably tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow night, weather conditions permitting, see how much water's on the ground, see how safe it is to travel across our county before we do any of those decisions. Likewise, the solid waste, there will be a lot of that questions, when can they start picking up all this debris? They also are going to be in the same line of county government services. We're going to make that determination tomorrow night, or even maybe Friday morning, if when we can open up and determine when we can get those services out to y'all to pick up that debris and the damage that might have been caused by this storm. But I want to reiterate what these two fine gentlemen professionals said to my right. Please be safe. If you don't have to go out, don't go out. Stay at home. Make informed decisions for you and your family. And we'll get through this together. I have no doubt. But we'll be there together.
Just as a point of reference, right before I left my house, my wife said they didn't pick our garbage up. So I don't know if you can do anything about that. So,
I'll go get it, boss.
So just a couple other things, John. Let's talk about shelters.
Yep. So yeah, we'll talk about shelters. We opened 3 shelters this morning at 10 a.m. They are up and running. We have people in them. So far, a low census, but that's what we expected, right? As the rain comes up, that's what they're there for. Again, those shelters were selected to be in those areas that are most prone of historic issues when it comes to flooding and have already seen a lot of rain in the lead up to this event. So they'll continue to operate as long as we need them. There's the Walter Butler Community Center in Cocoa. There's Wickham Park, Wickham Community Center in Melbourne, and Rhodes Community Center in West Melbourne. So those are open. Information to find those are on our website. I know they're on yours. You can find them on our social media. You can get them through if you sign up for, you can always get text directly from us by texting Brevard EOC to 888-777. Get that information straight from us. Can continue to keep you informed as we go. And, Sheriff, you were talking about ways people can sort of stay informed, and if you're having issues as well. If you're not someone who's overly tech savvy, you can always call our friends at 211. They do a great job. They're here with us at the EOC now, so they're getting live information from us as well. So another great resource for our residents.
Yeah, absolutely. The EOC is standing up full force at 2 o'clock in just a little bit of time. So all the different resources will be in play, whether that's law enforcement, fire rescue, 211, animal services, road and bridge. All of them are here. Our volunteers, everybody is here to make sure that our community is safe. So now it's just a matter of the next 24 hours, seeing how much rainfall comes on us. And remember too, once the storm's cleared, don't just rush outside. We could have down power lines. We could have any type of debris out. Obviously snakes, everything else will be displaced. So be aware of your surroundings, as we always ask everybody to do. And if you know of down power lines, anything like that, let us know immediately so we can get people to that area and make sure we secure it and keep everybody safe. Last thing I'll say is, as I always do, is, you got your family, your home. Don't forget your pets. Have your pets with you. Make sure they're just as well taken care of. If the conditions outside are bad for you, they're bad for them as well. So make sure you keep everybody in your family safe. Again, if you have any problems, call us. We'll give you another update as this thing continues to progress later this evening or first thing tomorrow morning. But right now, as John said, I think the big thing is just see how much rain we get and keep our friends over on the West Coast in our thoughts and prayers. They're really feeling the biggest hit of the storm. So we appreciate it. Thank you guys for all the support for all of law enforcement, all of our emergency first responders, and we'll see you when this thing gets behind us.